Hello, my name is Isan Salahi, a senior field application engineer from LDRA. Today, I'm excited to demonstrate the seamless integration of the QNX Momentics software with LDRA. For this demonstration, I'll be utilizing a Raspberry Pi 4 as our target testing platform. Let's begin by launching QNX Momentics IDE. Within the IDE, I'll open my workspace, showcasing the existing application. For this demonstration, I'll focus on QNX pinging semaphore application. To ensure a clean slate, I'll start by cleaning the project and confirming its successful build. As you can see, the project is building using a QCC compiler and is built for ARM64 base processor. Next, I'll establish a connection to the target, which in this case is our Raspberry Pi 4, as I mentioned before. Executing the target is as simple as clicking play, and you'll observe the application executing and printing lines as expected in the terminal. Moving on to the LDRA, I'll launch the LDRA launcher and navigate to the build import to import my source code for static, dynamic, and unit testing. After selecting the source code directory, I'll initiate the build process using run build command and TBMakeLog parser. LDRA recognizes the source code, including any inclusions and macros within the application. Utilizing TBvision, I'll select all the relevant source code for our testing. Then I'll proceed with the performing static analysis by clicking on the analysis configuration menu. I'm running main static, complexity, static data flow, and cross-reference to perform a comprehensive static analysis which can be used for validating some of the safety standards, including MISRA C2023. Once static analysis is finished, user can see the violations according to the MISRA 2023. User can also see the system call diagram and see the control coupling between the procedures, as well as the flow diagrams, where can help user during the testing and requirement-based verification. We can then, clicking on the analysis menu, generating instrumentation, build the instrumentation, and execute. As you can see, the execution has been invoked by LDRA in order to perform system-based testing. User can also use LDRA for creating unit testing on target. Then they can run it over the terminal or using the TBrun GUI. But first, I'm going to start TBrun interactively. And I'm going to create a sequence for printer function. Selecting the file, selecting only one file, which can be used for unit testing, and I'm going to check for code coverage. Press continue. Using extreme testing, user can auto-generate test cases. In this case, I'm going to generate one test case per function in order to have a template baseline for creating requirement-based testing further on, or just running it to making sure that there are no exceptions or problems with the current source code. Executing these test cases, LDRA is now calculating the dynamic code coverage. As you can see, the code coverage for the particular printer.c is 100%, and for overall project is 8%. Now the test case has been executed. I'm going to save this test case into my local repository under the test cases folder. Call this test case printer and export. Now if I close TBrun, close TBvision, if I look at my GitLab pipeline, I have two projects. Under my QNX project, I have the entire project set up with the YAML script. In my YAML script, I am performing build, test, and deploying the result to the GitLab output. On the build stage, we are performing the build import. On the static analysis, we're running the static analysis. We are also executing the unit test based on the unit test we can provide here. Going back to my project folder, under the test case, I just exported the LDRA test case for printer. I need to push this to the Git repository. I'm going to commit my change. And push this changes to main. I also have to upgrade my YAML script to call this printer in my unit testing. And so if I edit my YAML script and add my printer test case to the location where I'm performing the unit test, and if I save it, I just have to push this back to the repo again, and then I'm done. By going back to the GitLab, look into the pipeline, I can see the static analysis is now performed, is now running the unit test, and the job is finished. By clicking on the deployment and clicking on a page, I can access my report. I can see the code review result. I can see also my test verification, which now printer is 100%. I can even look at the test cases that I've done. Using the TB reports, you can see control coupling, standard compliance, such as MISRA, and also security audits and taint analysis, where it can be useful if you have to go through the security vulnerability checking. Contact us at LDRA.com. We look forward to support you with any target testing.